When we talk about problem-based learning in present times, we all understand the importance of online or digital or computerized methods. So when with changing times we are adopting problem-based learning as an approach, we also see a shift to online problem-based learning. And what are we doing here? We are combining the problem based learning with interactive media. And this interactive media in itself a complex issue, and problem based learning again different from traditional learning. So it is seen as complex. Actually, the terms such as computer mediated problem based learning, online problem based learning, they are being used to describe this phenomena, and they are actually creating, giving an impression of complexities. It is problematic, this online problem based learning, because it offers little indication about the ways in which computers are being used. There's a lot of cloud about how are we going to combine media and computers with problem based learning. The areas of interaction of the students, the quality of the learning material, or the extent, it still remains unanswered, or it still remains debatable. Where are we going to fit this computer based things, the quality of material, the interface with problem based learning? So though it has opened up a new era, a new arena where we say we are combining, and it sounds very timely in present times, but there are issues associated with it. But when we are adopting more of computers, it becomes a natural outcome also. There are many issues which need to be addressed when we talk about online, such as developing tutors who are going to deliver it online, the online facilitation capabilities, where, which podiums, which platforms, some designated sites, some designated rooms, how, providing some synchronous events to support the students. It cannot be entirely online, you have to provide some synchronization with the room based also, encouraging collaborative interactive participation, and also finding ways of engaging students who rarely participate in the online, and that too problem based learning team. There is also criticism, there has also been criticism in the last decade, because the focus in interactive media environments has been on technological rather than pedagogical design. One, we are changing the pedagogy, and through this media or online mechanisms, so there is a question mark whether are we going to facilitate technology wise or pedagogical wise, because we have two issues then. There have been suggestions of a need for re-engineering the concept of learning design rather than just a simplistic repackaging of the course content into interactive media formats. So where there have been suggestions about online problem based learning, there are many unanswered issues, there are many complexes, there are many things where we do not know an answer or an approach. Amidst these discussions, let us look at the advantages and the criticism which this method of online problem based learning is facing. Coming to the advantages, the changes in the university cultures, where we have different campuses, one campus in India, other abroad, and universities which have large student numbers. This online PBL, online problem based learning, offers students a space to learn in teams even though when they are geographically dispersed, the inherent characteristic of going online. So that is offered especially in today's settings when we have wide number of students, large campuses, split campuses. Second, problem based online learning creates a new type of learning community that is different, entirely different from real time problem based learning teams. So we are again nurturing a new breed which is pedagogically differently abled and also technologically. Next, it is sometimes easier to challenge and confront peers through computer mediated problem based learning than in face to face. We may have certain hesitations when we are on face to face conversation. We do not want to get into an argument or a positive or a negative discussion. So, there, this environment, media enabled, can facilitate. It has also been argued that computer mediated communication can provide more intense communication than face to face teams. You would be more intensely involved because there is no social pressure, there is greater freedom, you can express yourself more openly, because in face to face there may be one or the other kind of implicit hesitation. PBL online often provides more opportunity for reflective and thoughtful analysis and review of earlier contributions. We have no hesitations of our body language, who is viewing us, so we can be more thorough, we can be more analytical in this system online. The online PBL can help students to use team conferences as an additional central communication space, as a place where they can share and examine individual perspectives, and as a place to manage the work and administration of the team interaction. Physically getting together people sometimes is a challenge. Say it is video conferencing or other conferencing, you create some online chat rooms and their interactions, they become more easy and naturally will be more fruitful. But flipping the coin, the other side, there are some arguments which are against this online PBL. Many of the people, the tutors, they feel no point in PBL online. They feel that it carries no weight, it carries no logic, that this pedagogical innovation is transcended through the online system. So it is dispelled at the outset. Second, many of them, they prefer teaching face to face anyway. It becomes a real challenge sometimes when we get up into virtual classrooms. Some see it as being a lot more work, as a challenge physically, mentally, and technologically. As it is pedagogical change, a challenge for the tutor. So many people resist it. The curriculum design for PBL online is complex and troublesome, where people are still struggling with the idea of the face to face problem based learning. This becomes really unimaginable. It introduces identity issues, and then people feel safe, as is with the inherent characteristic with all these social media or other sites where people feel that it's unsafe. So this method, which is based on online system, is discarded, and many regard it as risky and very precarious, and it cannot lead to desired outcomes. Using games and play in online PBL is not regarded as a part of professional education by those who are criticizing this system. So, problem based learning, definitely a new, desirable, and integral part of today's time, when we want students to take on very professionally, in an expert manner, the real world complex challenges. So it can definitely work as a boon in preparing the new 21st century students.